You slide off the fish's back and clamber onto the sandy shore of a surreal little island.
Look at these trees.
The sky above although the trees on this small island are tall, with spreading branches and huge fan-like leaves.
No comments on their colors?
The rocks on this island appear to contain large amounts of quartz.
That's the same. Can I climb the trees?
The trees are too difficult to climb because of their odd shapes and sizes.
Can I take some quartz?
A closer examination of the rocks confirms that they are indeed made of quartz.
What about sand?
You hold your finger up in the air. You can see that the island is really quite small. The foliage is remarkable though. Plants and flowers have overgrown it, some growing very large in contrast to the tiny island.
Oh, okay, I can go up there. There's our tower. I'll look in more detail in just a moment. That island is still there on the right-hand side. Okay, it's still 3x3. That has not changed.
The rocks on the island is completely overgrown with foliage. Huge leaves, flowers, and clinging vines are everywhere. You can see that the sky, although the rocks...
There's no amulet here this time. Although, that tree there looks a bit sus.
The island is complete. The plants, and their leaves in particular, do have an interesting shape. However, the plants are too firmly attached to the ground to uproot.
Hey, yeah, what happened to our shovel? Did we give it back to Caldor? Also, what's the purpose of this?
This odd circular device intrigues you. It depicts several different symbols around its outer rim: the sun, a mountain range, a drop of water, and a cloud.
We either need to use that very shortly, or I've missed something. Just going to go here for a moment. Okay, that looks like a ring we can plug the disc into.
The rocks on this island, the tree. This is it. The very same tower you saw in the magic mirror back in Daventry.
We made it.
The rock, the eye, the tree. The tower is built of creamy, opaque quartz blocks. You see a large window near the top. Twin lion statues are situated on either side of the door. It almost looks like they are guarding the entrance.
Is there a bat symbol nearby, and are we going to get shish kebabbed?
Twin lion. The eye. Upon closer examination, you see that the door contains several ring-shaped indentations surrounding a small hole in the very center. The statue does not respond. The girl probably cannot hear you from all the way up in the tower.
That's a reference.
There are no footholds or handholds in the tower walls. It would be impossible to climb it.
And not a particularly pleasant reference. Okay, let's see if we can break into this tower.
The door is locked. The thick door is fashioned from a wood unknown to you.
I assume I need to do this.
It's too large to fit into the hollow. Try inserting it into the outer ring.
Graham?
The circular gold object fits perfectly into the door's outer rim. The hollow is not very deep. You can't remove the gold disc now. Nothing happens when you push the symbol. You surmise that something is still missing from the hollow.
A gem, maybe?
That doesn't seem to work.
Wedding band?
That is not enchanted.
Something is missing from the hollow. It won't be the bridge because we could have used that when we were journeying up to get the growth gem.
That doesn't seem... Brandishing your... That... You... You... Nothing happens when you push the symbol. You surmise that something is still missing from the hollow.
Okay, I'm either fast-stated or there is something on this island that I need to grab.
That... Brand...
Definitely using it on the center.
That... You throw...
It can't be that. The opal maybe? Unlikely?
The string would... You... Not... You sl... You can't...
Okay, let's take a look around. I'm clearly missing something, but I didn't see anything as we did a tour of the island. There's something missing from the hollow. Have I missed something back in Klima?
The small island offshore has only a few bushes and palm trees growing on it. You wonder if there's anything over there worth examining. Although
I don't think we can get there though.
You don't see any more fish in the water.
If we step into the water, that's basically instant death. Hell. I'll click it again.
The undercurrent pulls you under.
Did I miss anything unique there?
You don't. You attempt to remain afloat.
No, we've seen that before. We can go out a little bit, but we then drown.
The undercurrent pulls you.
I don't think we're getting over to that island.
The rock.
Did I miss something with the baby tree? I don't see anything there, but that tree does look a little bit suspicious. It looks nowhere near as suspicious as that tree near the spring, though. That tree was crazy. Okay, we can't go that way.
The trees.
Nothing is jumping out at me on these images to say, pick me up.
The rocks. The tree.
I think the disc was given to us by Neptune, wasn't it? And if that's the case, that makes me think that maybe I've missed something from the cows.
The statues have been carved from some unknown type of rock. The statue. The tower is the thick.
I don't think I'm getting through here.
The hollow is not very deep. Nothing happens when you push the symbol. You surmise that something is still missing from the hollow.
What have I missed?
That. It is a symbol. Nothing happens. Nothing happens when you push the symbol. Nothing happens when you push the symbol. Nothing. You can't.
Nothing here strikes me as useful. I've got a horrible feeling that I'm caught in a fail state. Yeah, I don't know about this. I've come to the end of the game and the game's like, nope, screw you, you're not going in here. I didn't see anything on the left-hand shore at all. And I don't see anything here. I think I'm going to crack and look at the walkthrough. Let me just do another lap here.
The island, the rock, the plant, the tree.
The only thing that strikes me as a little bit unusual is this island. It was nothing in the original game though.
The rock, a closer the trees are too.
Up there, maybe? No.
The trees on the small island offshore has only a few bushes and palm trees growing on it. You wonder if there's anything over there worth examining. You cannot reach the island from here. Perhaps there's another way to get there. Don't that don't don't you
No, that would be a good idea. That tells me where the undercurrents are.
don't you throw one of the don't that this don't you don't you don't you you don't you don't it is don't you don't you consider following the don't brandishing your sword. You cannot reach the island from here. Perhaps there's another way to get there.
Nothing is jumping out at me here.
Hey, control yourself. You have no need to carry water.
I cannot move too far out into the water and I can't go up here. Perhaps there is another way to get over to that island. That seems to be a very big clue.
Although
If I move out this way, that's just death, isn't it? Yeah.
the undercurrent pulls you. Curious as to whether the youth potion lives up. Planning to start your life over? Unfortunately, this object is not enchanted and therefore cannot be dispelled. This
Trying anything at the moment.
No. You don't want to chop up your net, nor do you wish to have your sword tangled up in it. Nothing.
There's got to be something here.
No. Proposing to your possessions?
Absolutely. Right, clearly we're going to give the ring to Valenice.
No.
None of the objects are enchanted.
No.
And we can't use the sword to break anything.
You don't want. You what? No.
The game's giving me a very overt hint that we can get over there. But how?
A closer. Brandish. Don't. The rock, although
Nothing around here looks unique or interactable, other than the tower in the middle of the island.
you can see that the plant. The tree. twin lion, twin, that has no effect on the statue. That has, that the trees.
Perhaps there is another way to get there.
You don't.
Okay, 2 more minutes and then I'm looking at a walkthrough. I've come so far to be denied right at the very end.
You don't. You.
Can I tie the net to a tree perhaps?
You. That. Enough. That.
They're way too far away.
You don't. You are not into those tie-up games.
Jesus, game. Also, once again, no kink shaming.
You'd really prefer not to inspect the unhygienic cloth in closer detail. Money must be funny in a rich man's world, though you do not find it funny that it was taken from yours.
I haven't heard that song in years.
Despite what some say about your good fortune, you are not enchanted. Dangling the opal in front of your own face, you slide your fingers. You do not think you have any business wearing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take a peek at the walkthrough because I've had enough. I would just like to get this game done. What have I done though? I'm either missing a way to get to this island, or I'm missing an item on this island, or I've missed something in Kalima. I really hope I haven't missed something in Kalima, because if that's the case, I am going to need to go back and find it. Okay, finding damsel in distress. You should have 150 points. That is not the case. Okay. We can climb a tree. Didn't see where, didn't see which one, but we can climb a tree.
The plant.
We can climb one sodding tree. So just looking at that walkthrough very briefly, it looks like I've missed points, so I'll be replaying this.
The plant. The trees. The tree. 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 The tree.
At least I think we're climbing a tree. I saw something about climb tree and thought, yep, okay, that looks good.
The tree.
Let's climb the tree.
The tree. The tree. The plants and their. The tree. The tree. The tree. The tree. The island is the tree. The tree. The tree. The tree. The
Really?
The tree. The tree. The tree. The tree. The tree. The tree. The tree.
Maybe I need to climb a tree over there. I didn't read that much. That does look like a climbable tree though. Alright, looking again. From where he leaves you, go 2 screens right. Oh, Yeah, no, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Look at that.
You can see that this sand patch has a unique color.
No. I can barely see that. I mean, I'm not facing my screen dead on. And even if I'm looking at it dead on, it's very hard to see. I don't buy that at all.
You hold your finger up in the air. You feel no wind, not even the slightest breeze. This is very strange indeed.
Alright, is that a teleporter or something? The lines in the sand. That's what we saw at the library.
Some writing has appeared in the sand. It reads,
"It would appear that you, my dear, are here indeed to help me. Walk to this sand and place your hand upon these words, and you'll see."
Thank you for interrupting proceedings, Valenice. I appreciate it.
You place your palm upon the words in the sand.
All I saw was climb tree. Okay, what we got? We have another teleporter.
You notice some more writing in the sand near the portal. It reads,
"You may return, but pause to learn a way to flee this cursed place. My end draws near, so hurry, dear, and come swift to me in haste."
So she is aware that Prince Charming is coming.
the sand patch is an odd color. This portal leads back to the larger island.
Is that our amulet?
A chunk of quartz rock rests on the sand.
No.
You pick up the beautiful stone of quartz.
Maybe that goes in the door.
The beauty of the quartz stone is truly remarkable. Two smaller palm trees flank the large one in the center of the island. A tall palm tree stands on this small island. It looks climbable.
The only tree we can climb, apart from the massive oak tree in the first game.
The strangely colored bushes also grow here on the smaller island. The plants and their leaves in particular. The two smaller palm trees aren't really tall enough to be worth climbing, and there is nothing in them that you'll need.
What about this one?
You are already climbing the palm tree. You will need to climb higher. You see that some coconuts have grown at the top of the tree. You remove an ample-sized coconut from the bunch growing in the treetop. You are too busy to look in your inventory at the moment.
Touché.
You see that some coconuts have grown at the top of the tree. You have already picked the only coconut worth taking.
Okay, let's try the other portal. But what did you say here?
The writing in the sand reads,
You may return, but pause to learn a way to flee this cursed place. My end draws near, so hurry, dear, and come swift to me in haste.
Immediate thought is let's desecrate the coconut. Pun intended. And see if there's something inside.
Using the sharp blade of your sword, you slice the coconut clean in half. You have a hairy, dome-shaped coconut. The outside feels round and hairy.
What did I accomplish?
You put the half dome on your head. My, you do look smart. You take it off again.
Okay, let's step on here. More lines.
3 symbols are depicted in the sand. Perhaps each one represents an action that must be performed in order to establish an escape route from this strange place.
We are doing something with the coconut and then drooping it onto the lines. Maybe we're just soaking it in water here.
You fill the half coconut with briny water from the magenta sea.
And we do that.
Some writing has appeared in the sand where the symbols used to be. It reads,
Well done, my dear. You've come so near. A king's quest is soon to end. But if now you go, alone you'd know, our broken path would ne'er mend.
Suddenly the sand begins swirling again. In place of the poem appears yet another portal.
I assume that's going to stay open.
You've exited this strange world. With no way of returning, you can kiss your fair lady goodbye. And even that is now impossible.
Once again, that little jig at the end. I wish we got to go back to Daventry like we did in the EGA version. Hopefully that portal remains open. Also, I've not forgotten, Hagatha is totally going to ambush us, isn't she? I wouldn't have got that sand without the walkthrough though. That sucks. I think that's the one thing about this remake that I haven't enjoyed so far. Right, what am I doing?
As you place the quartz stone into the shallow hole, you hear it lock into place. Suddenly, the statues rumble to life.
A riddle?
The truth you will find from one such as I, for the other can only be mine. These words will provide you the means to get by. My companion Zoe shall see you dying.
Once again, I've seen that movie.
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, no. The first gave birth to all life. The second allows it to thrive. The third sustains all that wander it. The fourth will once a day hide.
Right, not paying attention to the second part, so if you were to ask this guy, he would say no. I'm pretty sure that means that he's telling the truth. But let me just figure this out. So if he's telling the truth... Hang on. Let's say we ask this guy, do you know the way through the door? Both of them are going to say yes. Correct? I think. Oh my god. It's been so many years since I've seen Labyrinth. Fuck. Give me a minute. Let me just speak to the other one first. You're going to say yes, aren't you?
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, yes. The first carries all manner of weather. The second gives cause to be...
I'm not listening to that just yet. So let's assume that this one is telling the truth. That means that this guy is lying. If we were to ask this one...
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, no. The first...
So does that mean that he's the liar? If we were to ask this guy, he would answer no. That's not the case. They would both answer yes, right? But this doesn't sound correct.
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, yes. The first...
I think it's reversed, but I'm struggling to understand the logic at the moment. If this guy is telling the truth, then he would answer yes, even though he's lying. If he's lying, then everything he says is a lie. So this guy knows the answer. And yes would be an untrue statement. So, wait. Oh my god, this is so confusing. If this guy is the liar and this one is telling the truth, then if we were to ask him, does he know a way through the door? He would say yes. This guy, however, is lying, so he should be saying no here, so there's a contradiction here. I'm struggling to understand this one though.
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, no.
So let's assume you're telling the truth. He always tells the truth. If we were to ask him, this guy would lie and tell us yes, which means that he's not telling the truth either. From memory though, I'm pretty sure that's the answer. I'm just struggling to parse it.
If you were the first gave birth to all life, the second allows it to thrive, the third sustains all that wander it, the fourth will once a day hide.
Let's just go with the dude on the left. Okay, the first gave birth to all life, so what, water? The mountain seems like the fourth one. So we've got sun, water, cloud.
If the first gave birth to all life, the second allows it to thrive, the third sustains all that wander it,
Water.
the fourth will once a day hide.
I assume the sun is what gave birth to all life. The third sustains all who wander it, so it could be anything here, honestly. That's, and that's.
Uh-oh. You feel the sand beneath you starting to suck at your feet. Sucked in again, Graham?
If you just do the XXX and the YYY and the XXX and the YYY, you will be sucked.
If you were to the first
Uh-oh. Sucked in again, Graham?
The first gave birth to all life. Maybe that's water.
the first gave birth to all life.
The second allows it to thrive.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know the answer to this.
Sucked in again.
Let me just make sure I've got my logic correct. One moment. Yeah, okay, it's the one on the right, isn't it?
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, yes.
Yeah, it's this guy. The reason is, like I said before, if this one is telling the truth, he would say yes. However, that means that he is lying, and therefore he would say no. If this guy is lying, then he would say yes. However, this one would tell the truth, he's saying yes. Hang on, that doesn't work either. Fuck!
If you were to ask my companion if he knows...
Ah, but that's the point, isn't it? It means that this guy is telling the truth. This guy is lying, he's saying yes. He's telling the truth, he's saying yes. If this one is telling the truth, then he would say... what would he say? We just discussed that scenario, didn't we? Oh my god, I'm so confused. If he is telling the truth, then he would know the way through the door, but this one will be saying no, because he always lies. Therefore, this one must be telling the truth. I think that's how that works. I'm tired, chat.
If you were to ask my companion, the first carries all manner of weather. The second gives cause to be burned. The third is shallow, as it can be deep. The fourth to bear fruit must be turned.
Cloud, sun, water, mountain. It's much easier when I'm actually paying attention to things, chat.
Light pouring through the window creates a patch on the ground here. You are inside a dark and musty tower. Stairs spiral their way up to the top. You are inside. A large spiral staircase winds up to the top of the tower. Through the window, you see the strange island surrounded by the colorful sea.
Once again, mechanics of the window let me look through it when I'm nearby. That's kind of cool. I'm trying, but I can't fall off the stairs. So up here, do we have a ferocious beast? Compared to everything else in the game, that looks surprisingly comedic.
From this high window, you can see the beautifully colored sea and the strange island far below you.
Like it's just been photoshopped in, like the baby tree that I couldn't figure out what to do with.
This is the biggest lion you have ever seen. He could eat you with 2 bites of his powerful jaws. His tail thumps repeatedly on the floor.
Can I pat the dog? I mean the lion?
That would be the wrong move. The quartz tower...
Alright, let's murder you. Jesus!
One mighty heave of your sword, you fatally wound the large lion. He slumps to the floor.
Can I pat the lion?
The large lion has succumbed from the blow of your sword. He is dead.
Can I cut the rope?
Brandish. The lion is slumped dead on the floor. You feel a tinge of remorse at killing the poor creature. He too was probably chained in this tower against his will.
You think? Alright, can I toss you the youth potion?
Turning the lion into a helpless cub would be ideal, but you'd probably get your hand bitten off while trying to get him to drink it.
Clever game, clever.
It's not big enough. Besides, throwing a net over the lion would just make him angry. You dangle the shimmering opal in front of the lion. He begins to look dazed.
That is a thing we can do.
There is a small pile of cat hair on the ground.
Oh, what was on the notes?
You scoop the tuft of orange fur into your hand.
Something about mixing hairs into potions?
You push the tuft of cat fur into the vial. It quickly dissolves into the blue liquid.
I mean, I've got to drink it.
The lion snaps out of his hypnotic trance. You have made it past him. You don't want to drink that concoction. Who knows what side effects you might incur. Turning the lion.
Can I feed you?
You have safely made it past the lion, so there is no need to feed him.
Oh, okay.
The huge lion just snarls at you. You might be irritating him.
I really don't feel like we've made it past him at all.
You have successfully made it past the lion. There's no need to hypnotize him again right now.
Okay, 170 points. Let me just load.
The lion...
Oh, God.
The lion was large, ferocious, and very hungry. You quite literally satisfied his appetite. Unfortunately, you are now very dead.
Gruesome. Alright, am I outside the tower? No, I'm up here. I feed you?
Hungrily, the lion gulps down the smoked ham in one enormous bite. Seconds later, he falls fast asleep like a helpless kitten. You scoop the tuft of orange fur into your hand. You push the tuft of cat fur in.
We get more points by hypnotizing him.
The lion.
Can I pat the lion?
It would be unwise to wake the sleeping lion.
We get more points by hypnotizing him.
The lion snaps out of his hypnotic trance. You have made it past him.
Okay.
The heavy wooden door is closed. The heavy wood...
Then unclose it.
You knock lightly on the door. However, there is no response. You knock lightly on the door. However, there is no response.
Is there another way inside?
A length of chain has been tied to a sturdy wooden block to keep the lion from wandering too far from the door. There is no way to remove the heavy chain. It seems to be made from very thick steel. Brandishing your... Nothing.
Just seeing if there's a brick or something I can push there.
A heavy beam has been secured across the wooden doors.
Didn't see that until it was way too late.
You lift the heavy wooden beam that holds the doors in place.
At this point, we're definitely at a bad end. Can't see my keyboard, chat.
The room at the top of this tower is bare. Its few furnishings are smashed and broken. You are angered by the thought that this fair maiden has been imprisoned in such a place. She is even more lovely than she appeared in the magic mirror. She sleeps soundly and shows no signs of stirring at your presence. You feel as if you could watch her like this for an eternity.
Once again, Graham is a creep.
Broken furniture lies scattered across the room.
That mirror.
A battered dresser sits to one side of the room. Its once beautiful mirror is half shattered, and the frame is warped and covered with nicks and scratches. There's nothing interesting about this old, worn-down furniture. You should first concentrate on waking the sleeping woman before rummaging through this old dresser.
Have you never robbed the place, narrator?
There's nothing interesting about this old, worn-down furniture.
Alright, let's have a chat to her.
You softly say some words to the girl, but she does not show any sign of responding.
I've got a feeling we're going to use that potion on Hagatha at the end.
She is even...
We've contaminated the potion, though. It's going to have an interesting effect.
Unfortunately, it only seems like a fairy tale. The maiden doesn't respond to your kiss. Her sleep appears to be somewhat deeper than usual. You suspect a magical influence.
Is she enchanted?
Gentle light pours into the room through this large opening. Far below, you see the colorful ocean rippling along the shore of the strange island.
Where is it?
As you hold the emerald over the girl, you realize that the light from the window does not penetrate this part of the room.
Carry her over then.
Unfortunately, you softly...
You're allowed to pick her up and roll her to the side of the room.
Are you out of your gourd? I thought you wanted to win this game. Don't ever try anything like that again. Are you out?
What can we do?
That.
A powerful enchantment. Let's move the mirror. To me, it would make a lot more sense to just drag her over there onto the balcony.
The current alignment of the mirror prevents the outside light from reflecting off it and illuminating this part of the room.
Jesus fuck. Figure us out, King.
You hold the emerald between the ray of light and the sleeping maiden. At first, nothing happens. Then she stirs. The radiant light streams through the emerald and dispels the sleeping enchantment instantly.
Hello, Graham.
Hello. I think you have me at a disadvantage, my lady.
Oh, of course. My name is Valenice. I've been watching you.
Watching me? But how?
In my sleep, from the moment you arrived in Kalima.
The lines in the sand. Those were your words?
This is a strange place, filled with much strong magic. Once you arrived, I discovered a way to communicate to you from my sleep. I hope you found my words to be of some aid.
Indeed I did, my lady.
No, they
My
weren't.
heart was warmed greatly when you expressed your longing to see me.
I have come to learn a great deal about you, Graham, of your nobility and bravery. I know why you came here, and how truly deep your feelings are for me. I want you to know that I have come to feel the same way for you.
Something about the way she looks at you speaks 1,000 words. She loves you, Graham. She really loves you.
She shouldn't. Didn't she see what we did with all those other ladies who tried to be our bride or whatever it was at the celebration, the 2-day celebration at the castle? We are a very shallow person, Valenice. You should ignore this.
This is hardly the most appropriate time to marry the girl, don't you think?
Oh, so now you're bloody having some tact. Can we hypnotize her?
Hypnosis will not entice her to marry you. She either wants to or she doesn't.
Can we turn her into a cat?
A grown woman would make a far more suitable bride than an infant.
Oof. Not touching that one.
Valanice does not want... Valanice does not want anything from you, except perhaps some commitment.
Alright, let's touch her.
Even if this is a dream, this moment could not be better.
Hey, Hagatha.
Now, isn't this nice? What a pretty pair. I hope you're enjoying each other's company, since you won't be doing a great deal else for much longer.
The door! Why, you...
Which?
I'm sure it would have rhymed.
Silence. I will not be so spoken to by the likes of you.
Why do you despise her? What has Valanice ever done to you?
She has the attention of men all over the land. Attention that once had all been mine. I won't allow her to take it away from me.
I think you should just allow the two of us to go.
And why would I want to do that?
We would leave your realm together, never to return. Then you would have all the attention you could ever want again.
Fair.
Nice try, my pretty fly. But you are caught in my web now.
Also fair.
And besides, the father would not want you returning and interrupting his search.
The father? Is he one of your male admirers?
You think that the father is one of my admirers? You silly boy. How naive you are not to even realize that the man in charge of your own army is the man who wishes you destroyed.
We should know who that is. Why is Graham not saying anything? Alright, I suspect I've got two options here. First option is to do this.
Hagatha has undoubtedly protected herself with some magic spell from blows both hard and sharp. There's no...
Can I just leave?
You don't want to leave Valanice's side while Hagatha is nearby. Hagatha is laughing hysterically. If you're going to try something, right now would be a good time. As you start walking towards her, Hagatha stops laughing and quickly casts a spell.
Did we just get disintegrated?
You've got to watch that witch.
Okay, maybe we don't have options.
Hagatha probably can't see well enough for the pendant to be effective on her as a hypnotizing charm.
She has one good eye.
Hagatha is not enchanted. She's just plain hideous.
Jesus. Can we marry you?
Your tastes leave a lot to be desired.
It's a ploy game.
This is hardly the most...
Alright. Let's show her the potion.
I have something that might interest you. A youth potion. Brewed from a nightingale, no less.
You have it? Well, don't just stand there, you foolish boy. Give it to me. Yes. Yes. This is it. I thought I'd never see it again. At last, I have the finished youth potion in my hands. Look at me. I am so beautiful.
That voice, though.
No! What have you done to me?
Just giving you a taste of your own medicine.
How could you? I'll never be able to show my face anywhere.
Has she lost her powers, though? That's the main thing.
And I have fleas. How bad is it? Let me see.
Hagatha mutters under her breath as she inspects herself in the broken mirror. Luckily, she doesn't seem to be paying you much attention at the moment.
I assume that means she still has her powers.
As you start walking towards her, Hagatha quickly looks up from the mirror.
You'll pay for this.
Yeah.
Guess the youth potion only works skin deep.
That's really not solving any of our problems. Are both of your eyes good now?
Agatha probably can't.
No.
Agatha is hunched over the mirror. Throwing the net over her right now would do nothing except get you killed. Agatha had bribery.
Maybe if I could cut this.
Valenice, get over here.
Trim that. No, it's hopeless.
Okay, what am I doing?
You will pay for this.
I either need to use another item or GTFO.
Guess the youth potion only.
Bribery doesn't work, the bridge won't work.
Now, wouldn't seeing that improve her disposition? She hasn't got a cold, and what she does have can't be wiped away.
What do we do, Valenice?
Agatha is not enchanted. She is just pure evil.
Can we feed you?
Keep it to yourself. A battered
Maybe
dress.
if I could
She is
cut
even.
this.
Now is. You had best save your acquaintances until after the present threat has been dealt with.
How do we deal with Agatha?
Now is not a good time to hold hands with her.
Trim that. No, it's hopeless. You will pay for this.
Was there anything in the library, in that book, that could help us perhaps?
Guess the youth potion only works skin deep.
I've got to go all the way back up here. I'll meet you there. I don't see anything good there other than all you need is love.
I look ridiculous. My eyes.
Really? Also, there's no way that killed her.
Agatha's body is nowhere to be seen. I wonder where she went.
How odd.
Teleported. Alright, so what were we doing?
You'd love to walk hand in hand with her, but right now it seems as if Valenice is waiting for you to talk to her.
Yes,
I beg your pardon?
you were trying to think of the best way to ask me to marry you.
Dang.
As I said, I have seen you in my dreams ever since you arrived in Kalima, and I have come to feel for you the way I know you feel about me. So the answer to your question is yes.
But I haven't asked you yet.
There is a far better question you could ask, such as, where shall we be wed? In your kingdom or mine?
Yours. There is something I must attend to in Daventry that may ruin the occasion otherwise.
Whatever you decide, my dear.
You manage to break open the door. The two of you venture to the smaller island, where the portal still swirls expectantly. As you step through it, you find yourself wondering where it will teleport you.